Greetings, everyone. I'll let you all join. I'm going to begin introductions while everyone joins. I am Aurora. I am the founder of A.U.R.A, Hypnosis Healing, Past Life Regression, that are the stories of the history of the universe. I am beyond excited to be here with you all. I've been in the greatest gratitude and excitement ever since you've seen the title. For those of you who have been here from the beginning of my YouTube channel, or even those of you who have just found me, you know that we have over 350 videos that we share, basically A.U.R.A, hypnosis, past life regressions, where the souls travel throughout the universe and they share their expression through the other aspects of us, for we all are all multitudes of one another. I haven't been able to announce it. I couldn't even announce it as we were creating it. I couldn't say anything about it. Only a few knew about it, but it is time. It is here. Our first book, Galactic History, Galactic Soul History of the Universe. Galactic Soul History of the Universe. Look at that drawing, you all. You can see it on Amazon. It is available on Amazon for paperback as well as Kindle. And I was on Instagram earlier, so you might have watched that. But today's basically video is talking about it. A quick introduction to what it is about. Now, thank you for being here. You can ask any questions if you have any questions on what we'll be sharing. It already is #1 new release in alchemy, #1 new release in energy healing, in Kindle version as well as paperback. Beautiful. It is just amazing. So thank you for all of you who have purchased it already. Also, before we begin talking about it briefly, I want you to know that we have a promotion going on for the first 111 who purchased it. If you're within the States, unfortunately, I can't do internationally. For some reason, I can't send the link to you internationally, only in the States, wherever I'm at. So if you're in the States and you purchase the first 111, which we still have links available for that, email me with the receipt, the image, screenshot the receipt, send it to me, and I'll send you over your link so you can start reading it now, and you don't have to wait till the book ships. You can read it now. We have people who have been emailing me who are on a spree and they can't put it down, and during their Christmas break they're like, I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be reading about the Galactic Soul History of the Universe, book 1. Book 1, you all. We already have, actually, now that I can finally say it, whew, wow, that was hard. We already have book 2 in the workings already, and excited to roll that out sometime months in the future. But for now, please purchase it and leave a review so that others can see it as well. Now, what is this book about? Wow. Okay, so you all know that I channel Ra as well as the Galactics, and we share lots of sensitive information. So think about this for a minute. If you've been watching A.U.R.A regression sessions, and think about how sensitive, how amazing they have been in regards to awareness, bringing forth recognition, reminding us of this earth as well as the universe. Think about what it's done for you and how much it's empowered you to stand forth in your sovereignty and your empowerment, knowing that all is, savable. Every soul is savable. And so you watch our A.U.R.A regressions on my YouTube video, on my YouTube channel. Guess what? There's been sessions that were so sensitive. You all know how amazing those have been and how sensitive they are. There's been sessions that they were so sensitive that I couldn't even share them. I could not share them with you all. That's how sensitive. This book has been waiting for this time and space, and I've been waiting for the collective to be in this vibration, all divinely planned out. But this is a time where we actually go through the true soul galactic history of the universe. It is amazing, amazing. It is so activating in words that we cannot even express. It's just something that you feel. I'm getting emails, people saying, even I, when I was creating it, I was like, wow, when I was transcribing it, and all the beautiful souls that helped me with the transcription and putting it together as well. But even down to the introduction, we've channeled information over to you to help you shift your consciousness in the ascending consciousness that we truly are, individually and collective. Every single chapter has also, we go through the entire story of each chapter, each past life regression, and then you hear, and if you thought that you understood it, we go into even more depth in the channeled information after each chapter, helping you understand these galactic, universal, infinite knowledge and wisdom that they're sharing with you so that you can grasp it even thoroughly and more. So again, you can get that on Amazon. Okay, now let's talk about some of the stuff that's in here. Again, so these are sessions that were so sensitive that I couldn't even share with you all. That's how sensitive they are. And it is such an honor to be able to finally share this, because what this means is that the collective has been able to achieve the organic light to be able to share it. Is how sacred it is. So beginning from basically where it begins at is actually the very first chapter. And if you want to read the preview of it, you can read the preview of it under Amazon. You can get about 2.5 pages, 2.5 chapters worth of reading it. And once you start it, you're not going to be able to put it down. But because what it does, it basically shifts such a powerful consciousness, organic memory within you, that it activates you. Even as I was typing it and I was writing the channeled information, I would have to take like breaks because there was so much, an infinite amount of flood of love light that would flow through me in infinite wisdom and knowledge of connecting these different pieces and these different chapters. The way we've put it together, it makes it very, very simple for you to go through it and understand the galactic history of our universe. So it starts off, first of all, with the very first reptilian consciousness. So you guys have seen the sessions, right? You've seen that there is reptilian consciousness within people. You're like, what is that? What is a consciousness? What is a reptilian consciousness? So actually the very first chapter goes into the beginnings of time of Earth, where the reptilians were beginning their first experiments and how they were doing it and how they figured out how to penetrate through the auric field and how to, the archons, of course, were wielding them. They were negative polarized reptilians being controlled by archons. And they figured out how to use their energy, create a piece of themselves, and how to insert it. And the very first chapter actually goes into children being held in a dark place, being performed experiments. And I won't give you too much on that, but it is captivating. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you for your beautiful comments, and Merry Christmas. Yes. Happy holidays, everyone. May you embrace your loved ones in this time. And if you have a break every now and then, read the book and buy it. Okay. And share it. So that's the first chapter right there. You know what this book is about. It's about how do we assist the collective in helping them remove these infringements, these direct infringements, and how did they even begin? How is this even possible? The minute we wake up and we're like, what happened? Why is this world like this? Is this really real? How could this be, right? And with this book, you understand what happened. Step by step, it tells you in the most divinely orchestrated, high vibrational, infinite love that you will read. And in the most beautiful awareness that it will shift you with every turning page and every chapter. It will shift you. You will grow stronger, emanate more infinite love light, become more sovereign. You will understand these different things that are negatively programmed within our earth that should not be there. You will understand them at a wholeness, at a root. Why? and how that is. And when the soul achieves that, you all know that we've been working on helping everyone understand the artificial matrix so that we could come out of it. You will understand to become step foot upon the organic. We've talked about it, right? Through roundtables with Laura Eisenhower, the recent one that we had, where we're talking about the 12, 21, 20. We've been preparing you all year long for this most exponential, no, infinite portal date. This book was written and launched the day after that. 1/22/2020, 1/22/2020, and it was waiting for that date. So after you read the first chapter, then you go into, then it goes into a beautiful chapter 2, where there's a beautiful goddess, young lady, young little girl that can actually wield fire. She's hidden in a mountain with sacred people keeping her safe, and you go through that, discovering all parts of that. What I love about this book is that, yes, it's other people's expressions, but you feel such a deep connection with them, where you will learn to love them, you will learn to cheer them on, to encourage them. And this vibration that you will feel for other selves of you, right? Because we're selves, and the other selves will shift the consciousness of the collective of Earth, shift the universe. The universe has been waiting for this, because when we do aura regressions, you know that we don't just heal the current here, even past life here on Earth. We actually go into healing the infinity of other collectives and planets and races and all these different. So as you go through this, you're going to feel that infinite healing within self and the collective of universe and multiverses. Okay, and then from there it goes to, Yeshua, beautiful words shared of wisdom. It goes into talking about Sasquatch guardians. It goes into guardians of a sunken crystal city, which is of course Atlantis. We meet elders along the way and councils. We also even go into the beginning stages of some of when archons came into our construct and started infringing on us, and the Anunnaki started becoming compromised. We go into that. Souls being compromised, how they become compromised, what they use, the technologies to it. You all have, oh my goodness, this book has these infinite details that we've been waiting to share with you. And just in the greatest gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. So it goes in that. That's another chapter there, chapter 6. And then it goes through, we have some already chapters that you will see that were shared on our YouTube channel. But the way that we've categorized them, it goes through the story in a timeline, beginning from like a beginning timeline to now, or even though time is within itself, but it's a gradual shift of consciousness that completely helps you understand it, connect to it. It's not something that's like really out there for you to not grasp. It's something very clear and created in such a high vibration that it is very easy to grasp, even though we're speaking of such infinite knowledge and wisdom. We talk about the event hunter. We talk about, different parts of the universes, like black holes. And then again, after each chapter, we go in and we channel information, even giving you further wisdom and knowledge to each chapter. The Melchizedek are in there. We also talk about, there's a series there that is a series of 4. So this beautiful healer that came to me, I had 4 sessions altogether, 3 with me and 1 with my assistant, Meenakshi. And they go through and they explain the whole timeline of what happens. How did they convince the reptilians to become negative polarized and to use their ways of feeding light archonically artificial, inorganic artificial matrix? How did they do that? So we go through and we view through the eyes of a reptilian what that process was. And this reptilian is just trying to free itself from it, but it cannot. Their negative technology is more powerful than we realize. And through this book, we learn how and what these different pieces, these higher self expressions, those beautiful, beautiful 34 higher self expressions that were the volunteers, the very first volunteers that volunteered to be in this book and to share this for us. Share this for us to help us shift it, even in a higher consciousness, to help us learn how to wield through an organic matrix versus an inverted matrix. So thank you to them. And it goes through and how they grab their consciousness and they put it right back in the minute that they agree to it, like their army recruits like that. Four chapters of that. And then, even then, like, how is this reptilian that was convinced to be negative polarized, how do they live with themselves after? How do they release themselves from this pain that they've caused? It's hard. So we go through that, and the most beautiful part about this again is the fact that it's built with so much love, so it doesn't cause any fear in you. Instead, it ignites you, and it makes you fierce, and it reminds you how beautiful you are, and how beautiful your brethren are in the universe, and how our soul families are working so hard just for each one of these sessions that you will read infinitely ways. And then we go into secret back market inside the earth. You learn some backstories of what it was just to share that story. And we go into the My Lab experiments, where there was an actual being who was part of their father was from the CIA, and she was part of the dark ritual, adrenochrome, all that stuff, black magic. She was part of that, and that goes through her story. And then we also included channeled information that we shared on our YouTube channel, but since it's written, it's even easier to retain it. You can read it, take notes. It's amazing. And then we go into the 13 keys, laws of the universe, in depth, the greatest in depth we've ever gone. Like the one that you see on my website is just a little summary. This one goes through pages of the way that they've infringed on the 13 keys, as laws of the universe and the chakras of earth and the collective. We go into, negative technologies. We hear a story from a robot and what it was, how they got its consciousness and put it into the robot. And they also explain how some of these infringements that we see, where they're grabbing consciousness and what do they use them for, we explain that in there. It's powerful, you all. It's powerful, divinely powerful it is. We're almost done explaining, and then it goes into the last couple sessions that you will see, lasts about 4 to 5, where divinely orchestrated by their higher selves, because they were from all over the world, from UK, from Wales, like all these different locations, Australia. And then these people did not know each other, but they put the galactic history together of what are the archons, who are they, how did they get in here, how can we work within self to eradicate them, for example, out of this universe, because this is what this book is about, is learning how to shift this artificial out of here. Going through talking the archons and their slaves, harvesting how they go into planets, and there's a percentage that they share. I'll let you read it. That tells you at one point, this universe, there was a high percentage where they had actually harvested the planets. We didn't know about these things. These higher self expressions shared them. they harvested the planets like the Matrix movie, and they were just using its light energy to feed all their negative technology and negative agendas, their deep state agendas here and beyond. It goes into, I'm sure you all understand now why it is that we haven't been able to share anything of this. So surprise, we have a book 1. It goes into looking glass negative technology. What's that like, and how was it that they were able to pierce through the universes, and how they watched us. It goes through where they started from. How did archons start? It goes through that. And then it goes into this beautiful elven expression. And I'll let you all read that because I don't want to ruin it. It's a big surprise there towards the end, chapters 33 and 34. And what happens there with the elven existence. And through that chapter specifically, we learn how sometimes through their negative technologies, how, for example, like if you're watching someone and you know, you feel like they're positive, but then the next day they start seeming different, and so on, and shifting and shifting. We actually go in there and talk about through these 2 sessions, how it is that how they compromise the soul. And the purpose is there. It goes in depth. And it talks about, sovereignty, phoenix rising, to inflame bonds. And the most important one, even though they're all equally important, but the most important one is the last chapter, chapter 37, matrix pods. Because in this chapter, I didn't see this. I personally never saw me being able to type this. But in this chapter, we find a beautiful divine feminine stuck in a matrix pods. And she takes us through the journey of figuring out where she's at and how to release her from it. And then from there, I never thought I'd be able to share this in writing, but we did. We shared the matrix presentation that you all have been hearing about, that we do at the retreats. We've shared it in writing. And it is amazing. It gives you such a resonance and an understanding to how we're not victims, how we are actually empowered, and we've been tricked to think that we were victims stuck in this inverted matrix. No, it was the archons that came in and attacked everyone. And you're going to hear through this galactic history how they went through the different races, all these beautiful races that you're going to hear about, and how they started inserting their negative technologies. And with that, we will shift the Earth's consciousness within self and other selves and the collective, and that will ripple to the universe. So you will get to hear about that. Wow. So let me see if you all have any questions, and we're coming towards the end. Keep an eye out. I'm going to have videos coming out here and there talking about the book more. And if you haven't got a copy yet, order your copy now. Order it. It's going to be one of the best choices that you will make in this 12/21/2020 portal date and going into the new year, because it's going to shift you in pronounced ways that will activate you coming into the solstice, to the new year, to the moon, the full moon coming up on the 28th. As we talked about the cycles, the 13 moon cycles is really what the year is. Yes. Okay. Let's see if we have what questions we have here. I see a lot of you already got it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who was the girl hiding in the mountain? Ooh, you're going to find out about that towards the end of the chapter. They tell you exactly which beautiful fractal she is. Yes. And it will make sense to you on why she was able to wield fire. A PDF file, I do not have that. No. We just have the Kindle version, the ebook available. Someone said, Charlotte said, I love it. I love it. I ordered the book, but couldn't wait, so I got the ebook. I love you and respect you. Thank you, sister. Yes, it's like, it's something, now that you all know about it, it's like you can't wait to read it. And how many books do I have planned? Great question. For as long as we need it. That is the plan. We will continue to go. It will be, I'm sure, a lot of books, a lot. You know, Dolores Cannon, she has Convoluted Universe. It will be more than that. Yes. So thank you for your support. We'll continue sharing them as they come along. They do take a while, though. This book took me 3.5 years to put together, but I officially started working on it about 7 months ago. And I had an infinity amount of help from different students that were assisting me in putting it together. Let's see what else. Haha, thank you for the love, guys. Thank you. So exciting. Yes, it is. Rainbow Sun 77. It's exciting. Just purchase your book. Thank you, Debbie. Mm-hmm. The creator has been mentioning about expose those resetting cause. They even found a way to call the creator out of this place. Yeah, they've lied to us in ways that it is so harming to the collective and individuals. Through this book, you will learn in the ways that they've lied to us in many ways, and it will get your mind and heart thinking in being able to view things in the false matrix and being able to view them in its true organic root is going to help you do that. Yes, it's on Amazon, the book. Love you all as well, Amy. Let's see what other questions we have here. We are the power, Amy said. Yes, we are. Okay. The name of the book you just joined, Marcus, is Galactic Soul History of the Universe, Book 1. Galactic Soul History of the Universe. And when you all see it, you're going to see its beauty of this beautiful image. Her name is Ali. I won't say her last name because I'm sure I'll say it wrong, but you will find it there in her book. And she is a A.U.R.A practitioner as well as a QHHC practitioner that created it. And it's beautiful, beautiful, because it reminds you of how we are transmuting, cleansing, rising out from the archonic negative control. Let's see. Any other questions? Rainbow Sun says, ordering both tonight. Yes. Beautiful. I didn't see any other questions. Love you all. Love you all. This is such an exciting time for the collective to be able to share these galactic soul histories, expressions of our brethren. We honor you. Thank you and respect you. Thank you for being here. Share it. Share the link. Share the video. Share this video as well as buy your copy. I love you all. And may this book pronouncedly heal you, remind you of the beauties that you are, remind you of your sovereignty, and remind you of how infinitely powerful and gorgeous you are because you are that. Remind us of the true organic universe that was here before the Archon infestation, because that's what we are here to do. We're here to eradicate the artificial, all of us, in one way or another, through multifaceted ways. We are all here to eradicate that when the official shifting of Earth will occur. Let's be those bridges. Remember what we talked about, how we have the two worlds. If you all watched that roundtable, and also the New Year update. You know that we're bridging, right? We're bridging right now the artificial, the organic, and we're bridging 2-3 worlds together right now. So remember those teachings. I love you all. I will see you. I won't be here till next Friday. Next Friday we'll be back to normal as usual with our lives, 1 p.m. Thank you, honor you, and respect you. I'll see you around.